What up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the H Town Rundown. This is your boy AD, and got my co-host in the building, C Raw, OG Triple OG in the building. We got Mike G in the building, and of course we got Jules St. John in the building. What up, fellas? How y'all doing?
What's going on? What's going on?
Good, man.
Good.
We ain't back because we ain't never win no goddamn well.
Hey,
Now
man, we here. We thought we would
we
be
here.
back in the saddle, watching all 22, getting ready, for the next game and preparing. The
Trying to
Baltimore
socialize.
Ravens. Hey, the Baltimore Ravens came in and beat the shit out of our ass
That's
on
Some
Saturday.
mud hole in us.
that's not. It's not
Uh,
rain out. That's not rain outside. That's the Texan fans' tears.
Yeah, man. You ain't
Some
lying. If
sad
you're in
tears.
Houston, if y'all in Houston, y'all getting a part of this torrential downpour that's happening all around the whole city and the outskirts. But it was raining. Like that's how the Baltimore Ravens was scoring points. It was raining just like it is outside.
Right.
It was raining points down on our head. What up, Larry? What up, Blackville? Hey,
That's a better
so
roster. A better team with a
hey,
better roster.
they're a better team, Jules. What is your take on it? And I'll let everybody else go. What is your take on the game
But
from Saturday?
like I said earlier, to me it was a toss up between I was gonna pick the Ravens or Texans. Um, I should have went with my gut. And I should have said what I really believe. And I believe that the Ravens have a better roster and a better team and a better experienced team than what we have. And we just
You
the
saying a
second
whole lot.
the first half was a good test of it, but that second half with the veterans and the leadership and even the coaching who've been there before, they just ramped up. They had a different level to go to that they've been there before. They knew there was no going back from this. They had to win, and their better roster built, which is better than ours.
Chris, Mike, somebody.
Oh, it's just a good old fashioned ass whooping, man.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
got to go through it, right?
that's it. That's it. It's just a good old fashioned ass whooping, man. You got taken behind the barn and they pulled out the switch, man, on us. Um, from the beginning to the end of that game, man, you could tell that we was holding on, from the very beginning. We battled them pretty nice in the first half. I'm proud of my team for doing what they did this year, for getting to where they wanted to go to, for making steps to get to the place that we want to be at. It's amazing. We was only 2 games away from the Super Bowl, man.
Right.
Couple quarters. What was it? Like 4 more quarters after that?
No, yeah. Honestly, we was 2 quarters away from getting to the AFC Championship game, so
Right.
6 quarters away.
Six
Six
quarters total.
quarters away. And in them last 2 quarters, man, they overpowered us. They showed us how strong they was. They showed us what a real playoff team looks like. You can get by for as long as you can in regular season and in the beginning of these playoffs. But when you get to the meat of the playoffs and you playing against some grown ass teams, you better have some gorillas on your team. And I think D'Amico understands that from his press conference. He
Hmm.
understands what he needs to do to build this team, and I think we're going to get there. So yeah, I'm proud of our guys, man. I don't have nothing negative to say.
I mean, if you look at it, we had one guy on the all 20, starting 22 that had playoff experience, and that's what Mason.
Yeah,
Tunsil.
No,
Thompson,
Thompson made the playoffs
Uh,
once.
John
Huh?
Weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
John
now
Weeks. Yeah,
No, but Tunsil.
Singletary.
Yeah, Singletary, Tunsil, Mason on offense for sure. Robert Woods, as well.
Mhm.
yeah,
I mean, technically.
You know, yeah,
yeah,
Dalton Schultz.
Dalton Schultz
But
last
they're
year.
always one and done, so
yeah,
Oh,
yeah. So
no.
yeah, so only
Yeah,
one person, only one on the team actually
More from
been
the
through
IR.
won it and been through all four phases of the playoffs.
Eric Barnett been to the Super Bowl with the Eagles.
mhm.
Mm.
True.
Um, if you wanna, did Malik Collins make the playoffs when he was with the Raiders or Cowboys?
Maybe with the
No.
Cowboys, but not deep.
Okay, and
It might
then
have been hurt too. Well,
Sheldon
Collins,
Sheldon
But
Rankins,
Steven Nelson, I think, with the
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
Eagles
Yeah,
or
with the
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh. Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
Eagles too. Um, And then who else?
King.
About it. Amos, but they didn't play.
Mm-mm.
He didn't play.
Maybe King a couple times.
Fairbairn,
with the Chargers. Right? Yeah, Fairbairn.
Oh, Fairbairn.
Yeah. Hey, Life say Robert Woods got a ring with the Rams. Yeah,
He was hurt.
he was hurt, but but he got one. But
He
yeah,
got
no.
one.
At least we didn't run no fake punt this time. At least we didn't try that shit.
What you got,
can't
Mike?
Hey,
What you got, Mike, about the game?
I mean, look, we were outclassed, outmatched. It is what it is. I thought the weather, like that, I said this going in, I thought the weather would be the bigger factor, and that's why I was nervous about the game. I thought the wind would kind of really impact the passing game and the kicking game. But, Justin Tucker's best kicker ever, so I didn't think it hurt him much. And obviously they got a great ground game, so I thought it would benefit them. Weather didn't seem like that much a factor. I'm sure there was a little bit of wind, but it was nothing crazy. I mean, they moved the ball well. Credit to Stingley for shadowing and kind of containing Zay Flowers. Isaiah Likely didn't do that much, but
he mauled Stingley.
He did on one play, but
shit, that was a touchdown, Mike. That's a big play.
Well, true. I was expecting 100+ yards from Isaiah Likely, so that's because we haven't covered tight ends well all year. But Lamar Jackson, we could not contain him at all. Christian Harris had a good game overall, but honestly, no linebacker can go toe to toe with Lamar like that. Like it is what it is.
Yeah, I was seeing some guys saying that we couldn't cover Lamar Jackson. Nobody spy him, but if you watch the game, they did have a couple spies here and there, but he held the ball. The ends couldn't get any pressure. So
Right.
when a receiver or a tight end would flash by him, your instincts to go with the guy, and that left the middle wide open. That's what he took.
Mm-hmm.
So the game plan was a spy, and they had spies. It's just that the offensive line did a great job.
Poor execution on defense, defensive line, linebackers. Cashman got lost a few times. Poor execution on the offensive line. John said on 16, Clint was hot about the blocking. Failures for the offensive line. He only watched the first half. And then Blue Boy Shine going up by 3 at half would have been nice. Yeah, I mean, it would have been nice to lose 34-13.
Oh damn!
I mean, but if you think about the second half, the teams always drove down the field, either got a field goal or a touchdown in like nine games all the season. So that was to be expected. They were gonna come out and drive down the field because that's a pattern for us. Our defense always let a deep drive go.
Yeah, that surprised me that we took the ball first after winning the coin toss.
That's what we messed up. And I think the reason, the logic behind it was not to let Lamar and them get a lead early. And
trust your defense.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that was
my bad.
No, I'm saying that was the part. And like you kind of lose when you going in thinking that way, not trusting your defense, not trusting your game plan, and you go in that way doing that, you already lost the game.
Man, Bobby
let's hit a 75-yard bomb to Nico.
Man, Bobby said, "Look, D'Amico, I got coaching. People looking at me. I get the ball first. I gotta show people why I'm about to be a head coach somewhere. Let me get the ball first."
Hey.
Yeah,
we been.
The thing is that second half swing when you get that ball in the second half is such a momentum swing. If you can score in the first half and then get it back in the second, it's like back-to-back possessions. I just think that was a waste because we never score on our opening drives. So you might as well just kick off, play defense. Because I think we stopped them. Didn't we stop them on their first drive? I think
we stopped them. Blue Boy Sean said going up by 3 at half would have put more pressure on Lamar. No, 3 points ain't pressure.
Oh, good.
On the Ravens' last drive before the half, Lamar threw a ball right in the Petrie chest. Yeah, I mean, that's what it was. But
And we all know Petrie didn't play well.
Well,
Petrie, huh?
if we can go back to a point, I think I heard somebody make that said that we had spy on Lamar and we didn't execute. I have to pull back on that a little bit. I didn't see no spies until maybe like the second half. The middle was wide open. I think we ran man a lot, and that forced the linebackers to go cover a tight end or the crossing route. Now there was sometimes when I think it was Perriman was supposed to spy. I don't know if he was supposed to, but he didn't have a man to cover, and he should have spied.
Well, Perriman's not fast enough to really be a spy for Lamar. It was a combination between Blake and Harris most of the time.
Hey, shout out to T Real. He said, "What's good, fellas? Appreciate the nonstop content. Make sure y'all like, share, comment, and subscribe. Y'all go ahead and do that. Hit that like button, hit that share button, and go ahead and subscribe to the podcast and enjoy the content we're putting out because we got a whole off season now to get ready for it. So
mock drafts every day.
I already know we the masters of the mock draft over here. So y'all already know it's about to be ridiculous. You know, we're gonna do some live mock drafts. Y'all already know. So
yeah,
y'all
I enjoy the off season as much as I enjoy the regular season.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, look, we had 2 extra weeks this year.
That's true. Honestly,
and it felt good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, more than 2 because the last few years we've been out of it a lot sooner than
week 8.
Yeah,
my draft week 8.
about to draft week 8.
Hey, you ain't lying. We was talking about Bryce Young versus CJ Stroud before we even got after the bye week.
No, we said Lovie Smith, the head coach. Oh, okay. What we taking for?
We was watching college football games together. I see Ohio State. Yeah, did you see Alabama?
Right.
Yeah, did you see that Zay Flowers catch? Yeah.
Did you see that?
So, I mean, like I said, man, I think the sentiment is all we all acknowledge we took that L, but we all know we just getting started. This is only the beginning for the Houston Texans right now. It's so much in store. I mean, we that's a whole nother episode because I don't want to say it because it's going to lead down that. But we got cap space, we got draft picks. Mm-hmm. You know, we got opportunity to improve this team and take a step further and try to make that AFC championship game next year. In the midst of all of that, the most polarizing person from that game was not CJ Stroud. It was not William Anderson. It was not Nico Collins. Hell, it wasn't even Lamar Jackson. The most polarizing person from that game was goddamn Bobby Slowick. Bobby. God damn it, Bobby. Bobby Slowick, man, had caught a lot of heat from his questionable, or people would say questionable play calls and the way he would operate the offense. But Bobby Slowick is polarizing in a sense that Bobby Slowick had 6 interviews this cycle?
Right.
Interviews with the Titans, the Commanders, the Falcons. Who else am I missing?
The Panthers.
Yeah,
the Panthers.
12 with the Panthers, I think.
Yeah. Bobby, what you say, Mike? He had 12 with the Panthers. Hey,
that's just because the Panthers can't count.
Hey, Bobby Slowick has went on second interviews for all of those, but we do know right now that Callahan, what's his name? Brian Callahan. Brian Callahan is slated to be the next head coach for the Tennessee Titans. Right now, of course, you had the Patriots and Raiders, but they locked those up internally with Gerard Mayo with the Patriots and Antonio Pierce being back as the head coach after serving as the interim coach after they let McDaniels go for the I'm about to call them Oakland Raiders, the Las Vegas Raiders.
Correct.
Then I think the Chargers have a head coaching position opening. But I mean, we've known this for the last 3-4 months that's Jim Harbaugh job to lose.
Right.
So I think they said they were close on the contract. I think that was the report today that came out that they were close on kind of getting the contract done for that job. So I mean, it leaves the Commanders, it leaves the Panthers, it leaves the Falcons, Seahawks as well.
I forgot about Seahawks.
We all forgot about the
Yeah.
Seahawks, huh?
Yeah, we did. Question: do y'all think the Titans upgraded or downgraded at head coach?
Downgraded.
Yeah, they downgraded.
I think
They
they
upgraded that OC because he was a hellified OC with Cincinnati. But he's a head coach. I don't know if he's ready to be a head coach. You definitely go from a dictatorship to a different type of guy.
Hey, hold on.
First of
I
all,
thought we were done with this name, man. Blue Boy Shine.
PSD.
that ain't saying much. Though.
Perriman was a huge upgrade from Christian Kirksey.
That's not a huge.
He was an upgrade from us playing at linebacker.
Hey, King Flock, I say a lot of players show they ain't ready for the playoffs. I mean, it's their first time. A lot of them first time. So I mean,
For real.
hey, you was with that girl and your first time, you wasn't ready either. But hey, you know,
Popped off real quick.
That's not it.
Hey, and then Larry Payton said, breaking news, Jair Alexander posted what seems like a farewell to Packers fans on his Instagram. I mean, this right now is the cryptic cryptic Instagram post season.
Right.
So we're gonna get a lot of that. Jair Alexander, this is the thing with Jair Alexander, but we're gonna continue. Jair Alexander is still under contract with the Packers for like 2 more years.
Right, and these are the Packers,
and it's a lot of money too.
And the Packers don't move because of players say they want something.
Right,
well, they can move around from him though.
But the thing about it, Chris, you have to trade for him, and if you trade for him, you have to pay that $20-some million.
Yeah, that's a lot of money for a corner.
Yeah, and he's still a top 5 corner.
Yeah, how old is he now?
Sure. Huh?
28.
26?
Yeah, 26.
Okay.
He just signed that contract.
Right. So the Packers are not gonna let him out easily. Because they
signed a 90. Didn't he sign a $90 million contract or something like that?
Oh, it was 93.
Yeah.
You can always look it up.
I mean,
just pick up the phone, Nick.
At the end of the day,
see what it is.
I ain't spending that much money because that's Derek Stingley money right now. I ain't trying to pay Derek Stingley money a little bit too ahead of the game. But speaking on head coaching interviews and everything like that, our
84 million.
84 million. 4 years, 84. Yeah, I don't think it's 4 years.
Two things about the head coach, real quick, if I could chime in.
Yeah.
Last year was a big year that Sean Payton was supposed to be trying to go to LA. If he'd have waited on that Denver job, his ideal job where his family was at is in LA. So it just goes to show you that if you're a little bit patient, maybe your job comes open. Bobby Slowick, same thing with DeMeco Ryans, right? Another thing I wanted to say was how fast did Brian Flores fall out of the head coaching picture? He went from the cream of the crop to no phone calls at all. It'll teach you to shut your mouth, man, and worry about yourself. You can't bring everybody along when you got to take care of you and your family, man.
He was a sacrificial lamb. Go ahead, Mike.
No, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt that.
Oh no, I was saying he was a sacrificial lamb on trying to bring progress and improve the way that the NFL goes about hiring minority coaches, but that comes with the territory. You knew you was going down that sword, just like I'm gonna do Game of Thrones. What was the original daddy name?
Ned Stark.
Yeah, just like Stark. Ned Stark. He was Ned Stark. He had to go and get his head chopped off. So I mean, that's Brian. That's what happened with Brian Flores. But what you were saying, Mike? and I got another news and note.
Yeah, this time last year, maybe not quite a full year, we were kind of debating and discussing, hey, who's going to be our next head coach? What's going to happen? Sean Payton's out there. D'Amico Ryan's out there. Ben Johnson, who removed himself. And we got into some fiery debates there in the offseason. Do y'all regret not making that trade for Sean Payton?
Yeah.
I never wanted him in the first place, but
Yeah, I didn't want him either.
Yeah, I
there
didn't
was
want
a
him either.
select few. It was a select
What?
few. That,
You did want him, Chris.
I didn't want him either.
Just the lies.
I'm noticing a trend around here.
Why we gotta lie, Chris? We ain't gotta lie, buddy.
I'm noticing a trend with you, Mike.
hey,
Don't make me bring up Tutor.
hey, hold on. Blue Boy Sean said, "Is the blind Brian Flores situation still going on?" Yeah, that lawsuit ain't closed. That's still going on.
Damn.
Thomas Harry says, "I hope Nick don't sign those 1 or 2, bro. It's a time and tested tradition. Nick Caserio and his we already
hashtag Caserio special.
Yeah, we already call it the Caserio special. King Flocka say make sure to never trade for a coach. Dre Day last. Blue Boy Sean Payton was in the 5th. We all knew that. We knew he wasn't the 5th.
We all knew that.
Chris was a major proponent for Sean Payton.
We all know it.
We all knew that. Let me say this here now, man. You motherfuckers can hop off my dick all the way up off of it to the left and to the right. Y'all only like to point out some shit that I get wrong. You don't point out nothing I get right. So that must mean I'm doing something right, man.
That's why we throw shout out.
By the way, shout out to Nick Saban.
Go.
Hey, I mean, we give you kudos for Pigeon Toes.
I don't get no kudos. I don't get no nothing.
Pigeon Toes. Pigeon Toes.
Hate.
You do.
Hate. And if it's some real hate out there, man, yes, we can meet up, bro. Just to let people know. Yes,
man,
we can.
You get your flowers, Zay flowers all the time. Punishment.
Hey,
Zay flowers.
Hey, another news and note. Like I was saying, amongst all the head coaching carousel and everybody interviewing Ben Johnson and everybody else, I think people were saying Ben Johnson kind of slated for the Washington job. Bobby Slowick has emerged as one of the favorites for Atlanta Falcons job. Bill Belichick is falling out of favor. But another thing that we're not talking about, or we talked about it a little bit in the chats and on Twitter, but I think it's a real key component is that Gerard Johnson has interviewed twice. One with the New Orleans Saints and the other one with somebody help me out.
Cleveland Browns.
Cleveland Browns. So he's interviewed. I feel like that's a bigger loss than a Bobby Slowick would be. And that's just me personally. Some people may not feel that way. But
I'm trying to figure out the whole New Orleans situation. Why would you go to New Orleans? I don't think that's a good fit for him at all because you got Derek Carr for another year, at least another 2 years. The offense don't look good. It's aging. The Cleveland Browns seem to be a little better because of Deshaun Watson, and you have Kevin Stefanski, who's an offensive guru, as they say, so you can still learn something. I think the New Orleans job is just a money play that he gets the title, but I don't think it's a good fit for anybody compared to that Dennis Allen. Because if Dennis fell again, he's fired. He's on the street again.
Yeah. Dennis Allen was on the verge of being the fact that they made a late run for the playoffs saved Dennis Allen's job. But if they was playing like the way they've been playing, Dennis Allen would have been looking for a job his damn self. King Flocka said, we haven't even made the Super Bowl, but we getting robbed. And he said, leave Gerard Johnson alone.
Right. So I think they need a more experienced guy because I don't think they're going to give him the time to grow because he's new to the position.
Blue Boy Sean said if D'Amico had chosen another organization, would Caserio still have drafted CJ? I don't
Yeah,
think he would have.
I do.
I think I do because it's two people, and it's Hannah and Cal McNair that wrote on that piece of paper like in that movie for draft day. Quarterback, no matter what. So
I think the
that would
question
have
is.
been
Go ahead.
no. The question would have been is would they have drafted Will Anderson at 3, or would they would have tried to wait and see if they could get him at 5
All right.
or 6 or something like that and traded less capital. But for damn sure, it was quarterback no matter what at 2.
Right. I think
Yeah.
the question doesn't doesn't matter at this point.
Yeah, it didn't matter if it was D'Amico or whoever.
Yeah.
Hell, it was gonna be quarterback. I don't
Right.
know if CJ. Hindsight is 2020, but if Carolina, I think we all thought Carolina was gonna pull the trigger after that pro day. We're gonna pull the
Man.
trigger on CJ.
Man.
Then
Mhm.
turned
I
around
was
and Tipper came in and put his nuts on the table and shit. Them hoes got chopped off with Bryce
man.
Young.
I was 10 toes down CJ after his combine and pro day. I was 12 toes down.
So I was very high on CJ. As you
Mhm.
know, I had to walk Chris and some other people off the ledge right before the draft. I'm like, listen, CJ is still really damn good. But of course, I had Bryce a little higher.
Roll Tide.
And I still get people DMing me. So how about that draft, huh? And I'm just like, okay, it is what I'm happy we got CJ. What do you want from me?
So
Hey.
to go back to the coaching, if we lose Bobby, if
Mhm.
we lose Bobby, does Gerard automatically be the OC? And the second question is, if we keep Bobby, but Gerard goes, who's our quarterback coach in that situation?
It'll be like it
Case
may
Keenum?
be Case, but it may be Bill Lazor. This is the thing. I know everybody's assuming, even I'm wanting it to happen. That if not wanting it to happen, but if Bobby Slowick leaves, I want Gerard Johnson to naturally take that offensive coordinator role. I just have a sneaky feeling that they do some funky San Francisco shit where Gerard Johnson is the passing game coordinator and Bill Lazor is the running game coordinator. And we have basically we don't have an offensive coordinator. We got two guys splitting, duties.
And I wouldn't mind that because D'Amico showed that he's not just a defensive minded coach. He is a straight head coach.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think I actually would mind that in the beginning. In the beginning, I didn't want Bobby. I wanted Cliff Kingsbury. I wanted somebody who had experience to be a veteran,
Hey,
like while he was a rookie trying to figure out how to be a head coach of both sides of the ball. And if you can just concentrate that on one side of the ball as your bread and butter, and allow you to lean on Cliff Kingsbury to understand offense a little more, you can grow together. And Cliff definitely would have been a head coach again. But
yeah.
that's it being said, we got what we got.
Yeah, but I was a big proponent of bringing in Bobby and Cliff.
Yeah, you were.
So the role that Bill Lazor played, I
Yeah.
would have been ecstatic if Cliff Kingsbury was that offensive assistant, whatever role Bill Lazor's playing now. If you would have had that and Cliff Kingsbury, you would have seen a totally different offense. And I think I broke it down on why I wanted Cliff Kingsbury. Everybody was talking about the air raid.
Mhm.
He ran the ball a lot.
Cliff Kingsbury runs a whole different form of that offense, and is more similar to what the San Francisco offenses were than what everybody assumed Mike Leach's air raid offense was. So, and then Larry Payton put new GMs, Dan Morgan in Carolina, and Tom I don't know how to say his name.
Telesco.
Tell us so.
Tom Telesco he went from basically division rival to division rival, from the Chargers to the Raiders. And then Dan Morgan is a former player.
Linebacker, right? Or
Yep.
tight end.
Hey, Dominic.
yeah.
Tell C-Roll
Huh?
Khalil Davis has violent hands.
So what's the likelihood that we keep both players, both coaches, one more year?
I mean, it's a shot. This is my thing. Atlanta is Bobby's job to lose. If Bobby doesn't get Atlanta, Bobby will be back. I think Gerard will be back too because I think New Orleans had kind of pivoted. It's not pivoted, but they also interviewed more candidates than Gerard as well. Cleveland, I think they have their eyes set on another coordinator as well. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, it was bugging me for like 10 minutes. I was like, I had a point to respond to it, and then you just brought it back. So, y'all were talking about, for Deshaun Watson and potentially bringing him in. Y'all don't think Joe Flacco can win that job back?
No. That's too much. It's too much money invested in Watson.
It'll be so Cleveland Brown
Right.
for them to go ahead and say Joe Flacco is our starter going forward. Hold on, Blue Boy Sean say watching CJ and Bryce in college, there was nothing about Bryce that screamed he was better than CJ. I don't know what I was missing. CJ was always better in my eyes, and he said Bryce Young built like a little brother.
Well, let's we're not gonna do hindsight 2020.
Bryce,
I wrote in depth about it.
Man, you ain't hear nobody talking about CJ.
So
CJ always had
there was a few people talking about CJ.
Yeah.
But
well, you got to think about it. People were critiquing. So, before I feel like we about to do a hard turn, but before we in the pre-draft mode, you had your Bryce Young super fans, you had your CJ Stroud super fans, and then you had the people that were indifferent on both of those. They were like, I don't care either way. And then you had those that was like, I don't want neither one of them. Give me Anthony Richardson and give me Will Levis. Will Levis is this and that, and Anthony. So you had that crowd as well. But all in all, the Houston Texans, we finally got shit right. We got it right.
Right.
We got the right choice. And I'm gonna say this: Bryce Young in this offense, the way we operated this year, and the protection that we gave CJ this year, Bryce Young probably would have had a better season than. Not probably. He would have had a better season than what he had this year, and he would have looked closer to being the number one pick than what he's looked like this past year. But Carolina is a shit situation. I wouldn't wish that on nobody. So we can move on. But y'all got any more comments on this coaching carousel?
Well, I just because I think everybody's forgetting that Seattle actually has a head coach vacancy. No one really reporting that they're actually interviewing anybody. You've never. I think you've seen.
I've been interviewed.
Yeah, but there's not a lot of run for that job. There's no lot. There's not like a lot of people like, oh, it's Atlanta. Everybody talking about Atlanta, the Chargers, the Panthers, but there's not a lot of run on Seattle. I don't wonder why they're not really clear what they really want.
Because one, you don't have you're not in a position to get a quarterback. You stuck with what's his name?
Geno.
You stuck with Geno. That roster is kind of older. You don't have the cap to maneuver around and improve the roster greatly. You don't have the draft capital because they were good enough, damn near good enough to get in the playoffs. So you're talking about a middle of the round pick again. And so you have a few players here and there, but that roster is hard. It's gonna be hard to build up. It's gonna be.
They got some talent on that roster. They do some good drafting.
I mean, okay, let's talk about the talent, Jules. They got
Willie.
They got
Metcalf.
Yeah, they about to trade Metcalf. So
should we enter that conversation?
Hold on, Larry says Seattle has second interviews with Raheem Morris and Dan Quinn. Those are
underwhelming in this cycle.
Yeah, but Dan Quinn, I think that was Dan Quinn's job to lose in the first place. Him going back to Seattle.
Yeah.
Was Pete Carroll offensive coordinator or defense coordinator?
Pete Carroll was more of a defensive guy.
Oh, so go back to defense again? Because both of them
they've been defense. They've been defense for the last 15, 20 years.
I mean, both those guys who interview are defense guys too.
Yeah.
So the top four coaches still don't have jobs? Bill Belichick, Ben Johnson, Dan Quinn.
But Ben Johnson's gonna wait.
Jim Harbaugh.
Ben Johnson's gonna wait until he's out of the playoffs.
So what about Jim? We all think Jim's going to the LA, right?
Yeah, Jim going to LA. It was reported today that they were finalizing a contract.
And then what about Ben Johnson?
It's whatever job he wants.
Yeah,
Washington?
I don't know about that. I think that he has heat with right now. He has a lot of smoke with Washington, but I don't hear his name in Carolina that much like that. I don't hear his name in Atlanta like that.
Is that just
be
because they're
honest.
still in the playoffs?
I tell you this: if no one gets hired until after the next AFC championship game or this championship, is because they wait for Ben Johnson. So who they want to pick?
That's what I'm thinking.
I think his name is the first domino to drop. Then everybody's fall in.
And so Belichick is out. He's all the way out of the Atlanta job.
Not necessarily, but he's losing a lot. Quote unquote, he's losing a lot of momentum.
Momentum going
because he wants full control.
That's the only job that he's applied. I mean, he's interviewed for.
He's interviewed for, I think, another job too. But I think Atlanta was the main one. When he interviewed with Atlanta, that was like the growing sentiment was that he was going to be the next Atlanta Falcons head coach. But I mean, Bill Belichick, hey, he may have to take a year off like Sean Payton did.
And two guys that got pretty much ostracized out of jobs is Brian Flores and Eric Bieniemy.
Yeah, Eric Bieniemy interviewed for the Washington job, but I think they moving in a different direction.
So he pretty
I
much
wouldn't mind Bieniemy coming being a consultant for the Texans, or if you would y'all like him as the OC if we lose both Gerard and
I wouldn't mind it.
I don't mind consultant role, but
I wouldn't mind OC.
That's the biggest thing is that I don't want us to just put shit together for OC if we lose both Gerard and Bobby. So
I mean, Sam Howell threw for 4,000 yards.
I don't think we're gonna lose Bobby. And I mean, even if we do, that's okay. We still got Gerard Johnson. I would appreciate keeping him if we lose Bobby, but you got Belichick, you got all these names, Ben Johnson, Lou, what was his name from Lou Dini?
Lou Ferrigno?
No,
Lou Dini from what is his last name? Let me see if I can find it. Lou Rumo.
Just saying, they say Belichick may have that Atlanta job. He posted up in the Atlanta hotel waiting. If I'm in Atlanta, I ain't posting in no hotel.
Yeah, Magic City.
I'm in Magic City with a plate full of lemon pepper wings. That's where I'm at.
Right.
Yeah. But then you still got Mike Vrabel that don't have a job.
Yeah.
So how you gonna? There's not enough teams for all these good candidates. I don't think Bobby passes these guys up.
Well,
not
this
year.
It's always
the thing about it.
The new and hot thing, though. The new and hot thing.
Right, there has been a lot of talk from Ian Rappaport, Adam Schefter, that Bobby Slowick has been going in these interviews and been killing it. So
sure, yeah.
And so that always plays a factor too. But I feel like what's the guy's name? Vrabel. Vrabel's job was the Patriots, but once they went and pivoted from him to Mayo, I think Vrabel just shut Vrabel down, and I think Vrabel may have to sit out a year. Belichick may have to sit out a year, and it may be that the New England way people are trying to go away from the New England way.
Yeah, it's all about 49ers and the Kyle Shanahan, Kubiak situations.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see going forward. I mean, we've been talking about that's the hottest topic in Texans Twitter right now. Is are we gonna lose our OC? Should we keep out? Everybody had a mixed feelings on Bobby Slowick. There's a coalition of people that feel like Bobby ain't the guy, and we got other people that feel like Bobby did a great job, and I agree he did a great job this year. Gerard Johnson did a great job this year. Offense was top 15 in the league. We had the top passing quarterback yards per game in the league. So only thing is we just couldn't get that run game going. But I said it on the chest today. I blame Danny Barrett. Danny Barrett. I need him gone.
Well, like I said, if you would think about it, I mean, if the Detroit Lions should be our understanding of how it should be, and the run game wasn't very good in Detroit prior to them getting Gibbs and David
Mhm.
Montgomery, and they got a new weapon. I think if Sherwood comes back, I think he really should. He could take the same page as Ben Johnson. You get to some more weapons. You get your offense looks even better, and then you are the number one
Mm.
a first time head coach candidate out of all the people, and it's your job to pick, not just waiting to see can you prove again, or are you just a flash in the pants. I think it's
Mm.
best to look that we can be the same thing as Detroit Lions, the way they built and extended to the NFC
Mhm.
Championship game.
Yeah, we gotta have a rookie class like the fuck they did.
What we did.
No, we need to have another one. They had two. Chris Anderson said he had a hotel my mother-in-law work at, been there since his second interview. There we go. It's that where that plane landing. Here we go.
I mean, but look, I mean, our draft hit on multiple levels this year.
Yeah, it hit.
Yes, it is.
It really did, but it still wasn't that draft that the Lions had. We ain't had that draft. And the reason why I say that is their draft hit
I
key
don't know. Our draft
position.
did here.
I'm not saying it didn't. I'm
Besides
saying
Sam Laporta and Gibbs,
We drafted.
because Campbell wasn't all that great.
Campbell was good.
But so was Juice Shrugs. So was Tate Taylor.
Besides the tight end that set a bunch of NFL records and the running back who nobody can tackle, I mean, were they really that good?
Besides the offensive player of the year, rookie player of the year, and besides the defensive rookie of the year,
and the most explosive player, Tank Bailey.
Hold on.
Besides them two, yeah, we didn't have a good year.
Oh no. Nobody's saying nobody.
I'm saying our draft wasn't all that good
compared to them.
Our draft was excellent.
On top of Tank Dale and Juice Shrugs, we could just roll our eyes at our draft.
Our draft was excellent this year.
Mm-hmm.
But the reason why I'm saying Detroit's draft was a notch better is that they did more with lesser capital.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning they drafted these players who were super impactful players, and they didn't have to draft from number 2 and number 3 overall.
I give you some of that.
Because Gibbs was drafted, 32, 31, 32 or something?
Gibbs was number 12. 12.
Gibbs was 12?
Yeah, he was way up there. Yeah.
Oh, they traded up to Gibbs. Okay, but Sam Laporta was second round, right?
First round. They had 2 first round picks.
Yeah, late first.
He was 34.
No. They got linebacker 18, right?
That was Campbell. Campbell was the first round.
So they got 3 picks in the first 39 picks.
Yeah.
So
they picked up Laporta at pick number 34 in the second round. Right after our 33 pick that we could have used to get him.
Because we traded all our picks, Chris?
Yeah, we traded all our goddamn picks, man. We could have had JSL, man.
Let me clear this point, because I swear people have selective hearing. Lackville and Chris and everybody on this podcast and everybody listening. I did not say we did not have a good draft. We had an excellent draft.
That is the narrative you pushing, boy.
Hey, it is AD. You have to clarify.
It is AD.
AD, come on, AD.
That is what you pushing. That they had a bad draft.
Come on, AD.
I ain't say that, man.
You ain't got me right though. We ain't got me right.
You got to give us access to the tabs there when you do the score predictions. So we can put breaking. AD says we had a terrible draft.
God damn, man.
Hashtag somebody fault besides Chris.
Let me get to a few of the.
Come on, AD.
Hold on. Let me get to a few of the comments.
AD said we had a shitty draft class.
Hey, Blue Boy Shine say the New England way is a myth.
Only one person ever
blown up the water.
Larry Payne say stick with Shanahan offense regardless of OC. Okay, you got to get a Shanahan guy to run it. You just can't throw anybody out there.
Breaking news.
Hey, run that. That ain't gonna happen. But NFL, Omar say NFL got Belichick out the paint.
Right. They hiding them out in Atlanta.
And Blue Boy Shiner, that's the reason I asked the question about Caserio. Every pick he made last year, with the exception of Stingley, was a wash. Kenyon didn't play. Pierce was non-existent. Petrie struggled. I mean, Nick
I mean-
Casario. Let's get it right. Nick Casario draft picks the first year. Everybody like, oh man, we may have some. Davis Mills, we may got some. Brevin Jordan, man, you seen what Brevin Jordan could do later in the
Nico
season,
Collins.
his rookie year, and this and that, and a whoop, and everybody. Then you go back to the next year. Davis Mills is Davis Mills. Brevin Jordan
Last
didn't
year
play.
was a rough one. Last year was a rough one.
It was rough the year before, but I'm saying this is the thing. Nick Casario draft picks have that candy coated. Hold on, let me think about it. They have the reverse Sour Patch kid candy feel.
First they was sour.
They was sweet when he first in there. They was like, damn, this candy good. And then that motherfucker sour hit you in the back of your throat. And you start choking and coughing and all that, and that's Casario's draft.
Let me give me some leeway because I was argued down that Nick had to get a quarterback in his first draft. Argue me down, regardless of the situation. Y'all, all four of y'all, and the rest of the Twitter world and everything, argue me down and said they had to get Davis Mills because Davis Mills was the highest rated quarterback in third round, so he had to get a quarterback. So if he had to get a quarterback, and Davis Mills the best for the situation, you got to give him slack in that one. Now, DP,
you could have got the kid from A&M.
He's trash too. But anyway,
real trash.
Yeah, but not DP. DP was a good pick for what you ran with.
No,
hold on. No.
When we made the pick, it was
because of the offensive scheme that he ran. Hold on. Let me talk. Because he fit the up and down or the straightforward and the power running game that Lovie Smith was going to run. Now, when you switch and pivot from the offense that he does now, he doesn't fit the offense. Chris, before you say, we both agreed that we did not like the DP pick. But if your GM is picking for your coaches and what their offensive scheme is, DP was a decent pick for the fourth round.
If y'all gonna kick me while I'm down behind the
I'm not kicking you down. I'm trying to defend the concern a little bit.
You gotta give me my jacket when I said the DP was trash, man.
I agree with you.
I said it from the beginning. I seen it from the beginning. Nobody believed it. I remember
don't do that because a lot of people agree with you. DP wasn't a good selection.
No, not a lot of people.
Did I not say you? I agree with you.
I remember he ran wild in that New Orleans preseason, and folks like, "Oh, Chris, look, there go our starter."
Hey, y'all want to see
people
off? Y'all want to see piss people off?
Yeah.
Yes.
Y'all remember when we sat Damian Pierce in the preseason game?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I remember that.
He earned his spot.
He earned his
spot because don't forget, we a lot of people were trying to figure out where was this Arian Foster comparison to how he runs and how Arian Foster runs. Mm-hmm. Just because you switch systems don't mean he automatically gonna switch and beat Arian Foster.
95% of the Texans fans was very pleased with David Pierce.
They were.
So let's get some comments too. John B said Detroit also knew where they for sure had holes. We for damn sure know.
We know
now. We have holes this year. We know now. We know now for sure. Blackville was talking about. I'm talking about the Stingley draft. And then John B said everybody except Kenyon Green. Omar said, "Nah, if we hit on draft picks this year, it might be on par with the Lions." That's where I'm at. And then Chill Out saying niggas forgetting about Christian Harris.
Yeah,
hey, nobody forgot about Christian Harris. Christian Harris is the one exception.
He's the only Alabama guy.
Christian Harris.
He's the only Alabama guy doing something out here.
Hey, and then Blackman said, yeah, Kenyon got some work to do.
Kenyon got Kendrick Green to battle for that first starting spot.
Listen. Can I say something about Kendrick Green real quick, and I'm gonna shut up? Listen, man.
You're not though. But go ahead.
I'll be quiet. I'll be quiet. Show your face, Jules. Show your face. I'll be quiet.
I'm asleep.
I know it. Listen. Kenny Green, these rookies, the second-year players, and even the third-year players, they're not as good as they're gonna be when they mature. Mm-hmm. These guys are young guys. It's like when you was a freshman in high school, you're not the same dude you was when you became a senior. Get these dudes 3 and 4 years to develop into something, man. For y'all, Kenny Green's gonna come back stronger and better. He's already a good run blocker. He just got to work on his technique and start getting body slammed and pistol whipped out there.
And we've seen a recent picture of Kenyon Green. Kenyon Green has slimmed up.
And
Oh,
I was
yeah, you
talking,
see the picture of him?
yeah, I was talking
Where
to
he was
somebody
at, like
on.
Taco Bell or
check
something?
your phone, Chris. Check your phone.
I was talking to
Oh, I
somebody
think you did send me that picture, huh?
on Bleacher Report is whoever takes that left guard spot got to understand that you're a man by yourself on the left hand side. Your
Yeah.
best friend's gonna be Juice because your boy on the left hand side ain't gonna run block. So if
Thompson
you got
used to run black shit.
you got
Friend of the pod, Larry Stafford got on 610 today and made that comment about Tunsil being out of here. But that's for another podcast, another day.
No, he didn't. No, he
Yeah,
didn't.
he did.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did. Go back and listen to it. John B saying nobody ever say that about Green. I hope he better. I hope he get better though.
Anybody say what about Green?
I think what Chris was saying before.
Could get better.
Yeah,
Nobody said what?
And then he said DP wasn't made for this system. Not everybody got the vision for the one.
Yeah, they did, John. They really did.
Hey,
they did.
I'm not totally sold. Blue Boy trying to say I'm not totally sold on Casario. That Kenyon Green pick last year could have been at least 5 Pro. Goddamn, 5 Pro Bowlers. Okay.
First of all, let's go back to that last one. That Jordan Davis pick don't look good right now.
Tyreek Woolen don't look good either.
Tyreek Woolen went in the 5th round.
But that Kyle,
fifth rounder.
He went in the 5th round. Everybody could have picked him up 5 times.
5 times.
Hold on, look, and then Dominic said, "Why the hell did we take the ball first?" Yeah, we talked about it. Go back, jump to the beginning of the podcast.
Right.
We talked about that.
But you're right.
That's coaching though. That was one of D'Amico's not just doing thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's a rookie coach who was trying to do something different, and all he had to do was trust his guys and go forward. Dan Campbell would have done what he supposed to do.
You want to take this comment, Jules?
Almost said, "What's crazy is DP couldn't fit the scheme for 17 games. That's insane."
He couldn't fit the goddamn scheme when they hired Bobby Stewart. It wasn't rocket science then. If anybody would just do a little bit of research before just talking about on Twitter or on Bleacher Report or have these talk shows, if you just do a little research on the guys that you hiring and their skill set, you will know half the things that they already do. You can't just say DP is a one cut back when he has never shown in his whole entire career that he was a one cut back. I'm telling you, if he was 2 feet tall, 2 inches taller, he nigga been a linebacker because he hit ball, he run ball, hit ball.
Jules, everybody got excited on that 75-yard touchdown run against the Chargers his rookie year. And they was like, y'all saw that one cut he made? Mind you, that was on a goddamn toss play to the outside.
Which he can run very well.
And he
because
hit that hole.
It's a simple hole. You hit the hole. He didn't really cut back. It was a wide open. And then the whole year, he did one kickoff return. Oh, he's the greatest kickoff return of all time. He did it one time. The last time he damn near fumbled out the goddamn end zone.
Hey, John, we're not gonna get on a DP rant. Jules on a DP rant, but John B say what's really gonna be messed up though is that we watch he get better and have a good year in a contract year, then walks and goes somewhere else to be good. I don't give a damn.
Ooh, DP.
Damian Pierce can
he can walk now if he wants to.
Walk now. I give his paper. Bring your playbook, bro. If you can see the door that you're walking through, because you ain't got no vision, maybe he just needs some glasses or something, man.
I told you need that laser eye surgery.
You need the Eric Dickerson glasses, them goggles you put under your helmets.
But like I said, kickoff return was easy for him because as soon as most times you pick a lane and you go through it. That's exactly what he did. He picked a lane, he went through it.
Hey, Blue Boy Shine say Tunsil should be an absolute priority for what?
To what? To trade?
Priority.
And then here we go. My favorite. If we had drafted A-Chain, woo-wee.
All right.
Nobody want to talk about it.
I'll talk about it.
I will talk about it with you, man.
Anybody saying Beck is a great kickoff returner because he made one.
All right,
I
Jules.
wanted 2 running backs last year.
John say not Pierce Green. And then Larry Payne said we'll be all right. It was 3 years before Kubiak run game kicked in. Is Gary Kubiak in the building? Can we call him back?
Well, you just got to.
Gary, can we get you?
I mean, I had an conversation with the guys about the O line. If you think about the O line this year, the two
Hey.
bookends, the
Why we
Masons.
talking about the O-line, man?
I mean,
Hey,
You know, that's for a whole nother podcast, man. Because
we not making no O-line changes, man.
we're not, bro. I mean,
We
We
not.
not- we not
Everybody,
gonna
everybody
add
knows
to
that, man.
We
Only
done spent
people.
so much
Only
money.
people. This is the thing. People hate certain players for whatever reason. Omar said I sleep good if DP go out and play elsewhere and ball out.
we'll
Yeah.
go. Well, you can join them too, homeboy.
But going back, going back to the offensive line, because there's a lot of mixed feelings on the offensive line. I said this yesterday on the space. I'm gonna say it again. You don't let one game change your judgment of the whole season.
Correct.
We had a bad game against a great front seven in Baltimore who has been doing that shit that they did to us to everybody the whole freaking season.
Correct.
They've been doing it to everybody. We ain't an exception. They about to do that shit to Kansas City and Patrick Mahomes on Sunday.
And then again, Detroit or San Francisco.
Right. So we cannot be prisoners of the moment and assume that our offensive line is just trash. And then you have to look at it as well. We didn't have our projected starting line play one snap the whole season.
The whole season. We playing a backup tackle. We playing a center who's supposed to be a center, a rookie center playing guard. And you have a guy who's a center who shouldn't be playing center, to be honest, in Dieter. So I mean, and you had Charlie Heck play a few games, wow. Josh Jones play a few games. Like we just had a myriad of damn players going in and out, substitutes. So like this line was just a piece together, paper mache ass offensive line that we finally made it through. And just to point it out, with that paper mache line, CJ Stroud.
Did they sack Stroud?
Yeah. They didn't sack Stroud in the game, or if they did, it was maybe one. But in that sentiment, it's been since like week 9 or week 10 of the season that CJ Stroud was the least sacked quarterback in the NFL.
Right, and if you want to give Nick Cassera some credit, the old line he was trading 5th round picks for a 6th round pick. He was getting people off the street. Diddy was cut. Nobody wanted George Fant.
He did such a good.
Nobody wanted Jones because they were trying to cut Jones. Like, no, we'll give you a 7th round pick for him. He had to mix and match this whole line together just to put 5 dudes out there. Then you're forced to pay your highly extended right tackle at guard because there was literally no one else he can go to because everybody got hurt. Patterson got hurt. Kendrick Green got hit. The other Green got hurt. Jones lost his left hand. He got hurt, and we ain't seen him since.
Well, the thing is, he did such a good job replacing guys when they got hurt.
Correct.
With great replacements. That now, when our starters become healthy, the replacements are now good enough to be backups, and they're A1 backups now. Right. I mean, you got guys that are now going to be backups that can actually be starters. So
and have experience playing.
Right. So, and we're just going to make moves within our roster to put the right guys in the position on the offensive line. I'm not even thinking about the offensive line when you talk about the offseason. We're set. We're going to lose more talent at the offensive line than we even got. I mean, they're going to still have enough.
I think fans don't want to lose. I don't want to lose.
Yeah, I think Fant gone, but
he gone. He said something about goodbye, Texas.
Yeah, well, he can leave. We're not gonna pay him money.
Yeah,
unless he knows something we don't know. But John B said I was talking about Green, not Pierce. I have to start including names. Y'all making me sound bad. Blue Boy Sean said not likely, but if DP rush for 1,000 next year, No, we're not. DP damn near probably won't be on this team next year to even rush for 1,000 yards. The offensive line is not good. If Tunsil gets traded, the team will fall apart. We already can. Okay, Blue Boy Shine.
I give him a look at that.
Come on. It ain't falling apart. The most disappointing part was being tied at 10.5 and coming out the way we did. I mean, that was Baltimore was the second half team. Baltimore woke up. They had to be prepared. DP may not have the chance to run for 1,000 yards in a season here, but that man had all them cameras in his face all off season in the first few weeks. We never heard from him again till that return.
Hey, D, let me say this too. On top of making sure that we are not living in the moment and over exaggerating our opinions of players when they do bad, we have to make sure that we're not doing it when they do good too.
Mhm.
And the example I'm gonna give is somebody like what is his name?
Bernard?
Like Steven Sims. He returned that punt, right?
Mhm.
What a great punt return. That don't mean Texas fans need to be clamoring that he needs to be back and he needs to be the starting number 4 wide receiver. Nobody can do punt returns like he can do them, and just saying, "Oh, we need him," all of a sudden, because we fall into that groove too, to where we do one good thing and then we swear up and down that dude is the best thing since sliced cheese. So let's give the young guys a chance to develop. And let's give the older some of these guys that's doing pretty good. Let's give them a chance to live it out, to do it more than once.
And DP
So-
lost his job straight up because he's failed to perform in the system. Let's not give him any other reasons why he lost his job.
He lost his job because he was not good.
That's it.
But Blue Boy Sean said extending Titus Howard and Malik Collins was a mistake. Titus is not dominant. Malik is not consistent. Well, Titus didn't play in his natural position to be for us to even see if he could be dominant. That's the first thing. And Malik Collins was paid based on what he did the previous 2 years or whatever with us. And I mean, that was that, that's a contract that you can easily restructure and get money back for it. John B says, somebody tell me why the hell Schultz started being Butterfingers in the playoffs.
He was all, no, it wasn't the playoffs. It didn't start the playoffs.
It got worse though.
It got worse. It got worse.
Yeah. Hey, Blue Boy Sean said if Tunsil goes, I bet so lineman would be a 6'1" guard, Shaq Mason.
I'm not bad. I'm not advocating for Tunsil leave. It is what it is. You just, like I said, you just have to have a left guard understands that you got to man up and then understand that nigga to your left ain't gonna help you too much on that run game.
Hold on, we're not just gonna skim past 2 people in the chats suggesting or even bringing up the possibility of Dameon Pierce running for 1,000 yards next year. We gave Jules hell for saying that Devin Singletary would have 1,200 rushing yards this past season. Honestly, as crazy as it was in a moment, if he had gotten the starting job at the start of the season, he would have, and stayed healthy, he would have gotten the number. And
I know this, but I ain't want to say nothing.
We know this, but people in the audience haven't internalized it yet. And look, we signed Schultz and Singletary in the same day. In fact, I think it was 10 or 15 minutes apart because I remember we were on space. We're like, oh my God, we got another one, guys. Like, oh my God, free agents actually want to come to Houston. That's not going to be a thing this year. It's like, of course they want to come to Houston. We got the money, and we got CJ, and we got D'Amico. But to suggest a possibility of Pierce rushing for 1,000 yards this year is one of the funniest things I've ever seen. So thank you for the comedic relief.
Pierce ain't gonna be here, man. I don't know.
Kickoff return specialist.
Hey,
he'll run for 1,000 kickoff return yards. Yeah,
in 1,000 years.
But all in all, man, we've been talking about it, and I think a lot of comments about the season and everything like that. The Houston Texans had a great, super positive season. Nobody expected us to be here. I know people don't want to hear it, but nobody expected the Texans to be where they were. divisional round against potentially the Super Bowl champion Baltimore Ravens.
Who beat the 49ers
So,
already?
huh?
Who beat the 49ers already?
Yeah, they beat the 49ers, but they about to come on. We all know the Super Bowl is fixed. We done seen all these different things on the internet about, look at the Super Bowl colors and look at the Super Bowl the last few years, and the Super Bowl colors have always been told you who the team's gonna be. This year's purple and red. So it's gonna be the Ravens and the 49ers in the Super Bowl. We'll go from there. But yeah.
Maybe.
All in all, the Houston Texans had a great season, man. CJ Stroud, offensive rookie of the year. Will Anderson, potential defensive rookie of the year. Derek Stingley had a resurgent year after being injured. We thought it was gonna have that was gonna be a trend with Derek Stingley. He came in and played like the last 9 games, including the playoffs, fully healthy, 5 interceptions, showed out, became regarded as one of the top cornerbacks in the NFL. A lot of positive. Christian Harris had a spectacular season, especially late in
Man,
the
his
season.
last 5 games were off the chain.
Yeah, what's good, AD?
I don't know, man. Somewhere, man. I heard that school lost their coach, and they lost a lot of players too.
Like A&M of the North.
Hey, North. Jules, get your geography together,
The
brother.
East. I'm sorry.
Ain't North. But no, man. I got
Northeast.
yeah. Hey, no, Juice. No, keep trying. Jacoby had a question. He said, "Y'all want to sign Saquon to draft both?"
No, I'm out on Saquon. Draft.
I can do Barkley and Singletary.
What does the safety position look like next season? Is Petrie able to get it? Nobody knows. The world will never know.
We got to extend Eric Murray.
I've said this all year. I said it when Petrie was drafted. Petrie is an underneath safety. You're gonna have to find you a Ryan Clark type free safety to let Troy Polamalu be what you want him to be. Well, if you don't have him, Jalen Petrie is always gonna be a suspect player.
Yeah. Emac said, "Bro, it's very hard to beat a team twice in the season, especially how the Ravens beat them Niners. The Ravens just beat us twice, and they beat us handily twice. So,
but what Texans fans failed to realize all last week was how much respect the Ravens actually have. They beat both teams that's in the AFC Championship game already. They beat Detroit already, and they already beat the 49ers handily. The games were even close. If you check the scores, right. I believe the Detroit game was 33-6.
38-6, yeah.
And then they beat the 49ers what? 41-10?
Yeah, Purdy had 4 picks, yeah.
Right. So we didn't let's be honest. The Texan fan base was so hyped that we had a good situation that we did not give those boys the respect they need. And you got to respect the Ravens team.
Yeah. He said, Emac said, I think the season gonna end the way it started. Lions and Chiefs in the Super Bowl. Hey, Lions on the run, but they Cinderella story. They glad sip about the break.
I don't know.
They have a chance.
They have a good chance.
But you have to look at it. Where did Detroit play these first 2 games in the playoffs?
I know. They're so much better at home. They are. If Debo's out, though, and he's reportedly 50-50, Debo's out. That's a big.
And it's not like San Francisco is a big climate control kind of area that Detroit has to play outside or in back edition. It's going to be like
raining like the hell. It was raining against the Packers.
It's going to be like 65, 70 degrees.
Right, so. on a sunny fucking night.
So Louis Shine said, I'm excited to see what these new uniforms will look like. Question is it time to change the logo or just add new? I think the logo is going to stay. They may change a few aspects of it, but I think that Texan logo it's too much invested in that logo, man.
Right,
You're going to change the logo. Because you look at the teams, like even Detroit has done iterations of their logo, but the logo has been basically the same. The Texan may change a little bit, but the Texan logo is kind of staying packed. So
I still think the Texas nickname was dumb as hell. The Texans.
Yeah, I don't think we had a choice on that.
We did.
They do a poll on it, but I want because we've been on for an hour already. We need to go ahead and jump into the season awards. Mike G, do you have a list of awards that you want to give these for the Texans this season?
Let's start off with a breakout star. Who, in each of your opinions, was the biggest breakout star this season, and not counting rookies?
So people, Devin Singletary.
Christian Harris. Christian Harris is the easy one, man.
Chris,
Nico Collins. If you want to be honest, he had the biggest. He had the biggest impact all season.
Chris, you got a breakout player?
While he's thinking,
Nico Collins.
Because and it's where I say Nico because they brought in 2 veterans because they didn't know what they had in Nico.
Yeah, I'm gonna go on the other side of the ball. As much as I love my boy, Christian Harris, I got to go with Derek Stingley. Question was, could he stay healthy? And then when he gets back out there, is he going to miss a beat? Man, he turned into a shutdown corner. He's a top 10 corner in my book, and the sky's the limit for him.
He did miss like 4 games though.
Yeah, but he came back and he was.
Nico Collins was 17 games?
Oh, I take nothing away from Nico. I think he's a wide receiver 1.
Next award. That's another argument.
Go ahead.
No, let's go to the next award.
Who was the top free agent signing?
Devin Singletary. Name one better.
Free agent signing this year?
Yeah. Name one better than Devin Singletary. I'm be honest.
I mean, Dalton Schultz right up there with him. Dalton Schultz is right. I'm gonna say because I just to piss you off, I'm gonna say Dalton Schultz.
Chris,
I'm gonna say Dalton Schultz.
I'm gonna say Devin Singletary because if we'd had to run with Damon Pierce, we'd have been screwed all year.
There we go.
Hold on.
Coach.
Hold on. This Blackville. Shaq Mason does not qualify because we traded for him. He was not a free agent signing.
Correct.
Most underrated player on the Texans this year.
I'm gonna say
I'm about to piss the people off.
Oh no, I got to think about that. Y'all go first. Go ahead, AD.
Look, I'm about to piss this podcast off right now. William Anderson Jr.
Underrated.
He got 4 picks. Underrated shit.
Hey, HT chimed in. HT say Blake Cashman.
That's my pick too. I'll say Blake.
I'll say Steven Nelson.
Hold on, and look in the chat. We got a good one. Y'all drop these in the chat because these are good. Right here, Chris Anthony said DHC. Yes, Houston Carson.
Yeah,
he was for sure underrated, man.
All right.
Slime.
Bunch of boy in the middle, number 94.
Yeah, Khalil Davis. We got Sheldon Rankins too.
Sheldon Rankins, yeah.
You could
Khalil Davis for sure.
You could went the running back number 26 too.
Hell, hold on. Are we naming all our free agents?
Because they were all underrated. They weren't the big day 1 signings.
We could have just said Singletary for all the answers so far.
I agree.
Okay, so the MVP is definitely CJ Stroud, but who is the offensive and defensive player of the year?
Nico Collins. Offensive player of the year. Defensive player of the year. It had to be Christian Harris.
Can I piss some people off?
Go ahead.
It's not Will Anderson. Damn sure.
Who you got?
No, I said Christian Harris. I think is the defensive him or Stingley. It's either him or Stingley being the defensive MVP. People of DJ Wallace say Shaq Griffin. Sting is we agree. Stingley, Grenard. I forgot about Grenard.
I can't.
Damn.
I ain't forget about Grenard.
Yeah.
I purposely left him off.
My bad, Grenard.
Nobody's even brought up Toto.
And that
nobody will ever bring up Toto.
So my defensive player of the year is going to be.
Don't ever say that
Cole.
on this podcast.
It's Cole. It's going to be Stingley. It's going to be Harris.
It's going to be Stingley or Harris.
It's going to be both. They got big Cole with it.
Can we get a 3-peat? Can we get a 3-co? Do they make a try? A try defensive player of the year?
Who? Blake?
Who else?
Grenard, Stingley, and Harris.
Nah, I'm not putting Grenard.
HT say Grenard, maybe.
Grenard, I don't know how
he had
13
and a half. 13 and a half sacks. That should get you something.
But he was hurt the last 4. He was hurt the last 4 games.
Hey man, Jules, you break your ankle. I want to see you go around walking around broke ankle.
What about the year before that when he broke his pulled hamstring? The year before that he had a pec injury. The year before that he had a foot injury. I mean,
we didn't say why we should not sign him. We said those are great reasons why we should give him all that money.
We ain't even got down to that, man.
Speaking of that, can I say this for all the people that's looking for a quick fix on the defensive line? I think we heard D'Amico Ryans say something about he's gonna have to have an elite 4-man front. It's a pretty quick way to do it. Take the money that the people wanted to pay Grenard with. He wanted 15 to 20 million, right? Take that 20 million, give it to Adabuke. Is that his name? Did I say that right?
Justin?
Yeah. Justin Adabuke. I wonder
what Adabuke. Make sure he's the first domino that falls in the lap of D'Amico Ryans. Right, and then you pay, what is his name? Derek Barnett to kind of fill in at the left at the right end spot, and then draft that boy. What's the name with the crazy name? Robinson, Chop Robinson.
Chop Robinson, Penn State.
From Penn State. Chop Robinson has that lean, that edge. He has that Von Miller type speed. He can bend. He can get to the quarterback. And you put Chop Robinson and you put Will Anderson on the edge. You stick Adabuke in there with Collins or Rankins. Now you got that front 4 that you're looking for. Two moves. $20 million in a rookie. $20 million in a rookie. You was gonna give $20 million up to Grenard anyway. Tell Grenard to go find his money somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Not to say nothing wrong with Grenard. But you can use that money somewhere else.
Hey, Blue Boy Shine say, can he piss somebody off? I don't really like Grenard. Half them sacks during garbage time.
Nah, I depend on that. There was sometimes he did actually make a impactful play, but we needed him to be closer.
Did you say he snuck an impactful play?
No, I said he made an impactful play.
How you sneak an impactful play?
Because everybody worried about Will Anderson. They forgot
accidental sacks.
God dang.
Accidental sacks.
That's the last one.
Jules, hold on. Jules hate goddamn Jonathan Grenard.
With
like our boy VT hate Kenyon Green.
Nah, that's not. VT ain't warranted Kenyon Green. Because he wanted Icky from the get go. Icky's horrible. He's
Iquanu?
Yeah, he's horrible in Carolina.
He should have been a guard.
I did want it. A lot of us did. Well, I know I did. He is good for.
My thing about guards and guards tackles who don't know where you're gonna be in the NFL, you got to spend 3 or 4 years trying to figure out what they're good at, and you're wasting their time to try to coach them up.
Well, see, that's the good reason we got to worry about no O-line this year.
Hold on.
Like we're doing with Titus?
Right, like we do with Titus. And that's
why
Blue
Boy Shine, hold on. He said, I really don't see why so many people are home at a BK. Dude is not that good. I don't want no more 6'2" DT.
Did you watch the whole Ravens game?
That was a hot
Did you see what he did?
Did you see what he did to
Are you watching TV, the same TV we watching?
His name was damn near called as much as Queen and more than Rocco Smith was.
13 sacks he got from the inside.
Mm-hmm.
From the inside.
If the Ravens play correctly, they will let Quinn go and re-sign Justin just for that purpose.
If you put him next to Will Anderson, that side is going to be shut down.
And then you got Spin Boy on the
It's
other
the
side.
perfect, and he can move. He can move when he runs stunts. He can move sideways. So when you run all those stunts that D'Amico likes, he's perfect.
And then
you can have some unblocked stunts for Will Anderson.
You know what I mean?
And then,
Did you see? Really, this week Will Anderson was the only one that really hit Lamar Jackson.
Right. Then he was type of shit out of Sharon Records every time he does a spin move to go nowhere. Man, tell big ass to go forward. Stop spinning like you 200 pounds.
I mean, I would rather spend it on Metaduke than I would on Grenard. On who? What is the name?
Hey, his name is
Justin
Matabike.
That's what I said, Metabuke.
From Ghana.
He's from Houston, ain't he?
He's from Ghana.
A&M, yeah.
What school you
A&M.
again?
Yeah, A&M, yeah. They got a couple of players. Yeah.
How about them A&M defensive linemen? Because they got one in the draft. We're going to talk about McKinley Jackson, too. Don't sleep on that boy.
Oh, linebacker, too, Cooper, right?
Just don't ask him to build a barn fire.
Oh.
Here you go.
It's time to go.
Hold on. The slime said any coaches awards. Say I think Frank Ross.
Coaches award.
It's D'Amico.
D'Amico, coach of the year.
Yeah. No hands down.
Bobby Slug. Let me piss some people off. Bobby Slug, coach of the year.
They say Maduke is crazy.
Maduke. Justin. They didn't give him a whole nother name. Maduke.
See, and you'll change up the pronunciation every time and still get
every
it
other
wrong.
time. Metaduke.
I told y'all we about to play who he played for with Chris.
Metaduke. I think I somebody got a spell wrong over here too. It's not. This nigga got Matabuick.
Mike, you got any more awards, man? You got any more awards?
It's not Popeyes, it's Pope Yes.
We got
let's give out the
player of the year.
Huh?
We got a comeback player of the year.
Comeback player of the year.
Ooh.
All of them niggas, because they all stay injured.
Right.
All of them shit.
Yeah.
I mean, look, the list can go on. It can be Nico, it can
Derek Stingley.
Derek Stingley, it can be Brevin Jordan, it could be
Brevin Jordan.
Definitely Brevin Jordan.
I think it's Brevin Jordan.
Let's get
he was cut because he was cut for a minute.
Yeah, before the season, I think everybody thought he was gone.
Right.
I didn't even know he was still on the team.
No, he played for different somebody earlier last year.
I was trying to say Malibu Buick.
Malibu.
Oh shit! But now,
what about most improved player?
Who?
I mean, we said that already, didn't we?
We didn't, but we kind of did. Like Stingley, Nico, Grenard.
So who'll be the most improved player next year?
Most improved. You gotta wait till next year, motherfucker. What the fuck?
I mean,
Kenyon Green.
Mechie.
Ooh, both good choices.
Petrie.
But hold on. Do y'all think
that's what we need?
After that failed fake punt by the Bills, you think that dude loses the award?
Nah, man, he died.
He
died, man.
He was a healthy scratch for 14
He died on that fake punt move too.
Hey, he died, man.
He was a healthy scratch. He was a healthy scratch 14 games. I can be comeback player of the year.
Because he died, man. Jules.
He died last year.
Jules, he had a Jesus Christ moment.
Mitchie lost all. Mitchie didn't even lose all his hair.
He came back.
Mitchie played.
Hey,
Mitchie had cancer taken out of his body.
Hey, I think we should ask who's the most disappointing player this season.
That's a good one. Green. You can say his name for all these.
That was an alley oop.
No shit. Good pass. High five.
Oh shit. Okay, let's go offense. I mean defensive.
I think some people would say just Jalen Petrie.
Yeah, Petrie. We got Pierce.
People who actually watch the games and watch the film, you could point to 21 over there.
Hey,
yes,
21.
That's very true.
Oh, here's a good one. Jimmy Ward.
Jimmy Ward,
yeah. Cut his ass.
Give me that number.
Blue Boy Sean say King Green had a season in the injury in the preseason, but by Ricky DT, they put him in the blender.
Oh,
I'd be
surprised. I forgot about that play.
What was the other tight end name that played like one?
Tegan Quatoriano.
TQ.
Yes.
TQ.
I had high hopes for him. I just knew he was gonna play good.
Got to find a tight end next year.
That Oregon State love, huh?
Yeah, man. He really disappointed me, man. It's kind of like Tua. It's kind of like Tua for you.
Tua gotta be the most disappointing.
Oh yeah, Tua. You didn't say that one, Mike.
Tua is the most disappointing on defense, man. But now, Mike,
we started playing good defense once they took him out the game.
Healthy scratch.
Harris started thriving. Cashman didn't look back. He missed a game after that.
Oh hell, here we go. DG Rob say Horton. What the fuck is wrong with him? Hey, I think Horton may have the John Mitchell, man.
I think Justin Britt.
I knew we should have drafted AA.
I think he is hanging out.
Hell, his ass did do shit in Indy.
I know.
Hey,
what if he found out? Never mind. I'm gonna shut up.
Chris about to get us booted off of YouTube.
Yeah, man. Let me shut up.
Hey, but nah, man. Mike, you got any more before
you get to the pros to find out?
I think we got them all. Yeah.
Okay, so thank y'all.
Hold on, we got one for you. I got two more for you. The Texas Twitter fan of the year.
I decline.
DJ.
No, he saw his goddamn tickets. Hell no.
DJ is the only Texans Twitter fan that went viral with the Houston Texans retweeting his video of him celebrating us beating the Cincinnati Bengals.
And it wasn't a good look.
And he called out. Didn't he call out Titus Howard?
Right, and got tickets.
And got tickets.
It's embarrassing.
And sold the tickets.
Right.
So we got to give DJ a shout out. We got to shout out honorable mention Auntie Swan. Auntie Swan is Texan fan of the year who never wavered, never had anything negative to say about the Houston Texans.
It wouldn't let you
Larry and Stafford. Huh?
It wouldn't let you say nothing negative about her.
Oh no.
Auntie Swan and then of course Larry and Stafford. Friend of the pod, frequent guests on the pod, Larry and Stafford.
Friend of the pod.
Yeah, so and what's the next one, Chris? You said fan of the year, Texans Twitter fan of the year. We can do Texans Twitter villain of the year. You want to take that award?
Villain of the year. I'll take that one. I guess I gotta take it, man.
It's a tie between you and VT.
I don't know, man. The boys just been at my neck, man. I don't know what it is, man. I don't know what it is. I ain't here to hurt nobody's feelings, man. I just want to have a good time. Yeah, boys trying to get at me. Boys want to see me. Boys want to see me.
But all in all, man,
you don't want to see me, bro. You don't want to see me.
It's Kilo.
You really don't, but nigga.
Kilo.
It's Kilo.
Hey,
Always
Kilo.
Kilo.
Kilo ain't the villain, man. Kilo got too many support.
He tried too hard to be a villain.
But Kilo
Now,
got too many support.
what I've noticed lately, there's a
But
race.
Doom.
There's a race to get out the information. Everybody is rushing to say some shit.
Mm-mm.
Oh, I think this is gonna happen. Oh, I think we need to get this guy. And it's just a race. And I kind of slowed down a little bit. I've been working heavy, but the season over, man. I'm happy for the Texans, the direction we're going. Like they say, the best is yet to come. We've handed out all the awards. We'll transition to the last segment. The future's in front of us. We can't do nothing but get better. Totor can't do nothing but get better. Teagan can't do nothing but get better. Even Damon Pierce, he can make room to get better.
Someone on a different team.
On another score. But yeah, I'm just happy for what we went through, man. We went through some stuff. I actually feel sad, man. And actually, the time has fucking slowed down. Excuse my language. The time has really slowed down after we lost that game.
Mm-hmm.
Like right by now, it'd already be Friday.
Right. we be previewing the game.
Yeah, we be previewing the game. You know what? When y'all clicked on and said, "Hey man, come on, jump in," I thought we was already doing the all 22.
Yeah.
Man,
No.
There was no all 22 of that game.
There was no all. It was like all 20.
Look, we ain't trying to get people angry. We trying to celebrate the season that we had, and we ain't trying to piss people off.
That's right.
We
Good
can get down.
We got new uniforms coming up too, huh?
Got new uniforms coming up in a few weeks actually.
It'll leak.
And and then we got a lot to be excited about in the off season. We got a little cap money. We got to do the gymnastics to get the money that we want. But we also got some draft picks. We got that first round pick from Cleveland that's sitting right there at 23.
Mm-hmm.
So we got a lot to be excited for. We got a franchise quarterback. We got a head coach. We got a future edge rusher.
Hold on, before you finish, we're gonna have a Pro Bowler quarterback this year too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
CJ's gonna be a Pro Bowler this year.
He's gonna be an All Pro. Fuck a Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
No, I mean because Lamar, Brock,
he gonna be an All Pro.
For next 2024.
All Pro.
2024.
Right,
But this year,
He's talking about this year, y'all.
this year he's gonna be in the Pro Bowl this year.
Oh, okay. I thought you was talking about the future, Jews, and you going back to the past.
We're still present. AD.
Yeah. Hey, but we talking about the future. All Pro Christ Jesus Stroud.
Oh Lord, walking on water.
Yeah, but now, man, y'all got any other farewells for the season? Because we just getting started on the podcast, but the season, y'all want to say y'all farewell to the season and hype up, get ready for the off season and the next season, Jules?
I'm like I said, after the 4 or 5 years of being a Texas fan, this was the greatest season I had in a long
4 or
time.
5 years.
You only been a fan for 4 or 5 years?
No, I mean I
said the last.
I said the last. I was not a Bill O'Brien fan for the longest time of ever.
So say it again.
I was not a Bill O'Brien fan for a long time. So this last 4 or 5 years were real tough for me as a fan. And I just want to say that they brought the joy back for me watching Texans again. And I appreciate everything that Hannah, McNair's did, D'Amico. It just like he said, he want to bring the pride back to H-Town and share our colors together. And he did that. The whole squad was very, 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 very honorable, and they put this town on the back, and they run with it. Very, very proud. I'm very, very proud of my team. I'm really, really proud of my team.
Very, very.
I think this is the best team that we ever assembled. I think we'll get better. I think this squad here, these 25 core players that we got going on forward is going to bring a championship to the H.
They say you owe like $35 for that big ass plate you had at the time.
Hey, it was free.
It was free. They said
It was free,
you
but
owed
then
them
as
something.
much as you took, they say, "No, nigga, we got to charge."
It was free. It was
Hey,
cold, but it was
First
free.
plate you had was free. The plate under that you had that was not free.
Hey, it was free, so I
Hey.
took advantage.
You had a double
Hey,
decker.
yeah, you right. You that's an understatement of the year right there.
I would
John
have
B.
been
say,
eating right there with you, big dog. I'm just
hey, John B. say farewell to the injuries. I hope. LaSlán
Yes.
say farewell to these jerseys.
Farewell to these jerseys.
Blue and Shine said been a fan since 2012, the year JJ and prior to Watson. I wasn't a fan of any QB we had, and we still should have drafted Vince Young.
Oh, Jesus.
Farewell to empty stadiums.
Right. Halfway through the season.
Yes.
Farewell to mid-season mock drafts.
Oh,
Hey.
yeah. I loved it, though. It was fun for me.
Yeah.
That's
And
right.
farewell to mediocrity.
Hey,
Farewell to mediocrity.
Farewell to coaching searches after week 2.
Yes. Farewell to quarterback searches.
GM searches.
Farewell to last place in the division.
Right.
We won't
Yeah,
see
you're
that.
stuck there, Tennessee.
Huh?
You're stuck.
Farewell to being a
You wanted to be
racist
the Oilers, now
organization.
you the Oilers.
Farewell to being a racist organization.
Right.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Hey,
Farewell to
all
being
in all,
one and done coaches for the last two seasons.
Yeah, farewell.
Farewell to Trio Burgers. Need another
Man.
Trio Burger.
Hey, all in all, man, it's been a great season. Great
Mhm.
atmosphere, a lot of fun talks, a lot of fun spaces we were able to have going back and forth with these different fans and stuff like that.
Farewell to spaces and Twitter.
Go ahead, baby. Come on, baby. I close.
Hold on.
My bad,
Blue Boy
fellas.
say farewell to national disrespect. Yeah, we got our respect back. If we ain't did nothing else, we got our respect back. But man, it's been a great season. There's a lot more to come. A lot more with the H-Town rundown to come as well. We in the early stages with the merch, so y'all be on top of that when we drop it. So it's gonna be some good shit.
You're gonna love it.
So, all in all, man, this has been another episode of the H-Town Rundown. We will see y'all next week. We're going back to the one episode a week. Ain't no point in doing no all 22. Go ahead, Chris.
No, I was just putting up the number 1.
Oh, yeah, 1. Okay.
Wait, we're not doing daily mock drafts?
No.
Mike, me and you will. Mike, me and you will.
Well, maybe you
y'all
and Jules can, and y'all can just add it up there to the platform.
All in all, man, this has been another episode of the H-Town Rundown.
You gotta have somewhere to put them mocks.
Hey,
You gotta have somewhere to put 86 mocks a week.
Hey, he can do mock polls on the H-Town Rundown Twitter page all week long.
You ever seen them guys
all
do
in
that
all,
test where they play like 10 people at a time?
Hey, we gonna have a very interactive live mock draft.
Okay.
And when we get to mock draft season will not start. I will not let it start before March. We will not be doing any live mock drafts until March.
I started mine yesterday.
What?
Hey, hold on. Listen to what I said. Listen to what I said. We will not be doing a live mock draft on this podcast until March.
So they just won't be live. Okay.
It just won't be
So
live.
when is senior day? Senior
Bowl is in like a week and a half.
Yeah, a week away.
You gotta do one after Senior Bowl.
Right.
I'm not doing we not doing no damn mock draft on the live.
Look at Napoleon. You can't just dictate everything. Can we vote?
Look here, man. I got the password, man. We'll do a mock draft. We'll do a live. We'll have to do it while AD at church or something. We'll just do it on Sunday.
Because praise the Lord.
In all due seriousness,
first and foremost, I want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
Because in all due seriousness, there was 4 guys that on a Senior Bowl that were drafted high based on.
I seen his mama praying. She was like,
"Don't hurt my baby."
Don't hurt my baby. Number 0, you sure try to hit my boy.
Mhm. Yeah.
All in all, man. Like I said, it's been another episode of H-Town Rundown. It's your boy AD. Got my co-host Mike G in the building, Jules St. John in the building, of course, C-Raw, Ceiling Fan Raw, Triple OG in the building. We appreciate y'all. Thank everybody in the comments. Thank everybody that's been supporting us the whole season. Continue to support us. Continue to like, share, and subscribe. And we will see y'all next week with another live episode, man. We'll see y'all. We'll holler at y'all, man. Peace.
Peace. I'm about to change my
Yeah.